Smells like slowly burning broccoli. Good day to you! A while back I got a request to make a deep dish pizza. Generally, I would go online and find some kind of how-to for this, but I feel like I am a person that really understands pizza. I've eaten a lot of it. I have seen pizzas many times. I think I can do this. The first thing our pizza's gonna need is a good foundation. Figuring out who it really is and what its base needs to be is something pizza has to do for itself. But since we are there for the pizza, we can provide it with guidance in the form of a pie crust. It can make its own decisions about who and what it wants to be, but it can't do that without getting a feel for, kind of what maybe it doesn't want to be. Like pie. And now an arrangement of other things that can probably go on here but might not work together. So what is the significance of all these different things coming together in the pizza? Maybe you're not really sure that the sauce was the great way to go, but guess what? We all make mistakes. Maybe the cheese is the sprinkling of your true self that you discover when you get back down to your base. Because yes, I put cheese on the bottom, and I'm going to put more cheese on the top. The broccoli that we're putting in there, maybe it's something that the pizza just kind of feels like it's obligated to do. In reality, the pizza shouldn't feel pressured to have anything about itself be anyone else's decision. It just so happens that this one probably is something that it needs. Everyone could use more broccoli in their life, but that's a decision that the pizza needs to make for itself. We're putting some lunch meat in there because although the pizza doesn't have what maybe it needs to right now, it's doing the best with what it has. Good for you, pizza. We're putting some spinach and kale in here now. It kind of covers up everything that's happened before and puts it into a new light. It makes the pizza realize that it can be whatever it wants to be. Maybe the pizza actually wants to be a salad. It really has been all along. I mean, do you see how much broccoli is in there? That's not a pizza. Congratulations, pizza, you know who you are now. Back at the beginning, when we started out, the cheese was what the pizza really thought it needed to be, but it didn't realize it at the time. So now, the pizza is getting back to that. It's getting to be this cheesy salad, which doesn't sound great to me, but it's the pizza's decision. Pizza or salad or however it wants to be and needs to be referred to, it gets to go into the oven and do some growing and maturing, and yeah, this is going to be a good experience for the pizza, I think. I think it's time for story time. Once upon a time, there was a refrigerator. Guess where I got that idea from? This refrigerator lived in a magical kingdom called Kachan. One day, when the refrigerator was just innocently minding its own business, a magical dragon swooped down and unplugged the refrigerator. The refrigerator said, "Oh no, magical dragon, please return my power to me. I need to cool down some food." The dragon was like, "No." Nope. The refrigerator said, "But if you don't return power to me, all the stuff inside me will spoil." "What do you have inside of you?" And the refrigerator said, "Oh, I have eggs and milk and some frozen meats, because I have a freezer section to me as well." The dragon went, "If I plug you back in, will you make me some of that food?" And the refrigerator went, No, that's something that ovens do. If you plug me back in, the milk in me will still be good, and you can drink that straight from the carton." And the dragon was like, "I don't know how I feel about that." But what the dragon didn't realize was that all that time, his accent had slowly been going away, because the refrigerator was using a magical spell on it the magical spell of Daylon, you're telling the story wrong. He said, refrigerator, you're tricking me. Originally I talked like this, and now I'm talking like this, and that feels natural to me. Why? Why would you do that, refrigerator? Refrigerator went, because you won't plug my power back in. So I'm doing something mean in response, making you talk more like a refrigerator in a story. And the dragon went, okay, fine, you're right. It was totally uncalled for. I shouldn't have unplugged you. If I plug you back in, will you return my voice to normal? Fine, that sounds like a deal. And will you let me drink out of the carton? Now you're pushing it. Fine, I understand. So the magical refrigerator that we didn't originally know was magical, but we now know is, returned the dragon's voice to normal, and they both agreed not to be as mean to each other as they had been in the past. And the refrigerator learned that it wasn't a good thing to lash out at people even if they're not nice to you, because then you lose the ability to maybe gain a friend in the process. Because after that point, the dragon and the refrigerator had kind of a distant relationship, which was hard to get over, but they eventually did. It just took longer than maybe it could have if they'd both been not jerks. This has been Storytime with Daylon. You're welcome. Time for the grand unveiling. Matching oven mitts. Fashion. Ta-da! Oh, remember to turn your oven off, because if you don't, it'll burn. Wow. Probably needs to combine, sit, cool down, get in touch with its inner self just once again. Every once in a while, periodically, that's a thing that the pizza needs to do. Just get in touch with itself. See how it's doing. For all of you out there who are feeling kind of like our hero was throughout this episode, hang in there. If a pizza salad can do this, you got this. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a like and maybe even a share. I'm fairly certain that there are at least a couple people out there who could really benefit from hearing the story of our pizza. Maybe even the story of the refrigerator and the dragon. Maybe you don't even know you know them. But you know them. Alright, until next week. Bye ladies and gentlemen. If you hadn't realized, the pizza is probably a metaphor for life, and is also going to be lunch. So spend your metaphor for life wisely, because at some point it will be lunch, y'all.